The great minds of antiquity were usually well versed in many disciplines, which were often associated to specific schools of thought. The Peripatetics, the Stoics, and the Cynics were among the most well-known schools of the time. It is clear that Alexandria lived up to its fundamental role as a city for intellectuals, nurturing many great minds whose impact reverberates through our modern world.
العالم كله عارف عنها.
It is one of the places in the world that you want to be at.
I think that the Bibliotheca is absolutely one of the beacons of enlightenment.
Is a treasure not only of Egypt, but of all of mankind.
It's the dream of all scientists.
I think it's a symbol of knowledge.
That's the way libraries should be.
It's a paradise.
Oh my goodness, this is where my research has to be.
The library at Alexandria from antiquity was truly a milestone in the history of the human race. Imagine compiling all this scientific and cultural knowledge. Unfortunately, it was lost for 1,000 years.
The ancient library and the modern library in Alexandria represent are sort of an intense, highly valued, placing a great deal of value on the accumulation of knowledge.
From the dawn of history, Egypt has been the land of civilizations. On its territory more than 2,000 years ago, the city of Alexandria came to life.
Alexandria was the greatest city the Western world had ever seen. It's probably here that the word cosmopolitan realized its true meaning of a citizen, not just of a nation, but of the cosmos.
Here, in this city, the ancient library embraced the best creations of the human mind and became the beacon of knowledge. And although it was destroyed around 1600 years ago, its memory continued to be a source of inspiration and a model of knowledge and excellence to scientists, intellectuals, and researchers from all over the world.
حين رفعنا شعار إحياء مكتبة الإسكندرية وجدنا اليونسكو والهيئات العالمية تهتم بهذه الفكرة وتشجعوا وشجعونا على المضي فيها إلى أن قامت المكتبة الجديدة.
The new edifice was created to become a center of excellence for the production and dissemination of knowledge, a place of dialogue and understanding between cultures and peoples. Today, the Bibliotheca Alexandrina receives more than 1 million visitors. More than 1,000 events every year. It is a huge cultural complex that serves as a hub for leading scientists, intellectuals, academics and artists. More than 2,000 young people work and creatively innovate to make the institution a lively place. More than 2 million items in all areas of knowledge, both in printed and electronic forms. It has a main library that boasts of having the biggest reading area in the world. With a number of specialized libraries, including the Arts and Multimedia Library, a rich collection in all areas of art, the Taha Hussein Library for the blind and the visually impaired, with the latest innovations enabling the visually impaired to read, write, and use the internet. The Children's Library, targeting ages from 6 to 11, and providing them with diverse sources and activities to enhance education and cultural knowledge. The Young People's Library, targeting ages 12 to 16, and offering a wide range of knowledge, entertainment, and culture. The Rare Books and Special Collections Library. The Maps Library, which houses atlases, modern maps, and historical maps. Francophone Library. With 500,000 books in various fields from the National Library of France. The Microforms Library. The Nobel section. The Bibliotheca Alexandrina is a leading institution of the digital age, opening up to all sources of knowledge in various fields. The Internet Archive, a complete collection of all the web pages of all websites since 1996. Culturama, an attractive, patented, interactive show with 9 digital screens, the first of their kind in the world. And a tool to present the only opera in ancient Egyptian language and the winner of international awards. Virtual immersive science and technology applications Vista. 3D simulation models to help researchers. A supercomputer with specialized scientific applications that open new horizons of innovation and scientific research. The Espresso book machine that can print and cover books in minutes. The new Library of Alexandria is a leader in many digital projects, including the first Arabic digital library in the world. The Memory of Modern Egypt website. It represents a digital warehouse for the past 200 years on the history of modern Egypt, with tens of thousands of documents, images, maps, and audiovisual recordings. The first DVD of the Description de l'Égypte. A partnership in the Million Book Project, in which the Bibliotheca Alexandrina Digital Lab digitizes books, utilizing the know-how of Arabic language experts. A strategic partnership in the Digital Library Federation, DLF. A fruitful cooperation with the Library of Congress in the design of the central network for the World Digital Library, the WDL, through managing the Arabic content and keeping a copy of that content in Alexandria. The Eternal Egypt website, an impressive project for the documentation of locations, heritage, and Egyptian cultural history. To recapture the spirit of the ancient library of Alexandria, the Bibliotheca Alexandrina established a number of research and cultural centers. Alexandria and Mediterranean Research Center, AlexMed, a center dedicated to researching and documenting the tangible and intangible heritage of Alexandria and the Mediterranean countries. The Hellenistic Center, concerned with studies of the Hellenistic period. The Arts Center, a center that supports contemporary arts and acts as a forum for artistic techniques of all types. Nurturing and developing children's and young people's talents. The Writing and Script Center through different historical periods. Francophone Cultural Activities Center. The Center for Special Studies and Programs, CSSP, a place that provides young scholars with grants, encouraging researchers and scientists to achieve quality and excellence. Every 2 years, the center also organizes the BioVision Conference. A Center for Development Studies, formerly the Dialogue Forum, and primarily concerned with research in the area of development. The Center for the Documentation of Cultural and Natural Heritage, CultNat, a center that employs the state-of-the-art technology and innovations for the documentation, dissemination, and preservation of Egyptian cultural and natural heritage. A Center for Coptic Studies, aimed at disseminating Coptic heritage for all Egyptians.